Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Amirash and today we'll be doing class 10 Entre, Jeunes chapter Après le bac part 2. So let's get started. So in the previous session I talked about the basic concepts of Après le bac, like the conversations between Pauline and Ali. We had discussed about that conversation, as well as we had done the future antérieur also, the basic discussion on future antérieur tense. Right? Today's session will be more important because we'll be doing the system d'éducation, that is the educational system of France and India. Right. So for those who just want the solutions of Entre, page 16, the solutions have been given over here. You can take a screenshot, right? And for those who want to understand the chapter in detail, let's go, right? So le système d'éducation, I would request you to take out Entre, page numéro 15, that is Entre, page 15. So let's start reading. J'observe, that is le système d'éducation. Pay attention, students. L'enseignement en France comme en Hollande est public, gratuit et obligatoire. So education in France. A new terminology for all of you. Let me write it on the board. So the new terminology that has come is over here, l'enseignement. L'enseignement is education. Okay. So education in France, like in India, is public, okay, free and obligatory or mandatory. So education in France is public, just like India, right? It is free also, gratuit is free, obligatoire, compulsory or mandatory, okay? Jusqu'à 16 ans en France et jusqu'à 14 ans en Inde. That is till 16 years in France and 14 years in India. The education is mandatory, right, everybody? Now let's talk about the education system of France first. So if I talk about France, pay attention, students. Number one is l'école maternelle. That is the kindergarten or maternal school. The number one thing that we need to understand. That is l'école maternelle. L'école maternelle is from 2 to 6 years in France. This is another important thing that you need to understand. Okay. So after 6 years, then the student goes to l'école primaire. L'école primaire is from 6 to 11 years. 16 à 11 ans. Sorry, 6 à 11 ans. Okay? And remember, like in India, our education system starts from first, then second, then third, then fourth, right, everyone? In France, we have the education system from 12. So 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th. So it keeps on decreasing. 8th, 7th. So l'école primaire is still from 12th to 7th. Clear, everybody? Give a thumbs up in case it's clear to you, and do hit on the like button in case you are enjoying the session, right? Because I must get to know. All right, so after l'école primaire, that is primary school, we have le collège. So college, after that students go to the college, which is from 11 to 15 years, right, everybody? 11 to 15 years. And the classes that we have are 6, 5, 4 and 3, that is 6e, 5e, 4e, 3e. Okay, and one important thing to remember, just a second. Acha, huh. I'm erasing this. Okay, now understand. After college, so après le collège, once the college is completed, the students get a certificate, right? That certificate is known as brevet. Okay, just like in India, after grade 10th we get a degree, a matrix degree. Similarly in France they get brevet. Okay, that is a diploma. That is a diploma or a certificate, brevet. Okay, so after their college, once they get the brevet, now what happens, understand. Lycée général or lycée professionnel. So lycée is the high school, as we know. So general high school or professional high school, depending upon their subject, they have to choose. All right, it is from 15 to 18 years, and the classes that we have are 2 and 1. So like in India, we have 1st to 12th, here they have 12th to 1st. Okay. Now, and then terminal. After 2-1, there is a year known as terminal, that is the last year, right, everybody? Great. And after this, the diploma that they get is baccalauréat ou baccalauréat professionnel. That is the name of our chapter, Après le bac. So it is about baccalauréat. So when do we get the baccalauréat? Après le lycée. So after the high school, we get this diploma of baccalaureate. And after that, after high school, after baccalaureate, they go to the universities for higher education. Right? So this was about the education system of France, everyone. Now let's understand the education system of India. Okay, so let's go for the education system in India, that is Anand. So in India, let's see what happens in our education system. It starts with l'école maternelle, just like we have in France. All right, people? That is the kindergarten, right, for the children. 2 to 6 years of age. Je à 6 ans à l'âge. Okay. After the maternal school, we have l'école primaire, you know, the primary school. Right, people? It is from 6 to 10 years. 6 à 10 ans. Très bien. And what are the classes? Classes are first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I hope you must be having the clarity of the Indian system. France was just the opposite, right? Great. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. After that, what do we have? We have l'école secondaire. That is also known as high school in India. Secondaire, secondary school. Okay. That is from age 11 to 15. Right, everybody? So 11 to 15, the grades that we have, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So you all are in 10th right now. It means you are in the secondary school. Right, everybody? Great. Okay. Now, after this grade, after l'école secondaire, basically we get a degree or a certificate, that is secondary school certificate examination takes place, because of which we get this degree matrix after class 10. Okay, so after class 10 we have secondary school certificate examination, that is the CBSE examination. Okay, or the board examinations, you can say. After that we have higher secondary school, 15 to 17 years, right, people? After that, higher secondary school, correcto, 15 to 17 years. Okay. And grades 11th and 12th, right? 11th and 12th are going to be your grades, and then the diploma that you get is higher secondary diploma, that is 12th diploma. Then again, senior school certificate examination, in which you basically give the board examinations again. Okay, so again the board examinations take place. And after that, after getting that diploma of higher secondary, you go to the college, right? College or école professionnelle. College, arts or sciences, depending upon your subjects. BA, BSc, these are the courses in India, right, that people pursue. So BA, BSc for 3 years, persuasion, école professionnelle après un concours pour 4 à 5 ans. So professional school after a competition, just like JEE and NEET in India. Okay, and that is for 4 to 5 years. MBBS or your engineering ka, what we call BTech and all that, right? Chaliye, let's move on to the 16th page of Entre Jeunes. Come on, my students. Réponds à ces questions. So we have some questions given to you. Answers have been given over here. I hope you would have gone through the answers. Let's discuss now. À quel âge entre-t-on à l'école maternelle? At what age does one enter the maternal school? So the answer is, on entre à l'école maternelle à l'âge de 2 ans. So at the age of 2 years, one enters the maternal school, which is common to both France as well as India. Second, dans quelle classe entre-t-on au collège? On entre au collège dans la 6e. Okay, cesium class, you can say. In college, you can say it is cesium only. See, if you move to page number 15 and see in France, we're talking about France, okay, don't get confused if it's France or India, it is France. All right. Third, quel diplôme peut-on avoir quand on termine des études au collège? So, which diploma does one have when one finishes the studies of the college? So, the answer is diplôme de brevet. So, we get the diploma of brevet once we finish our college in France. Fourth, où faut-il aller pour faire le baccalauréat? So where is it necessary to go for doing the baccalaureate, for getting this, making this? It is au lycée. So we need to go to the high school for doing this. Fifth, combien d'années passe-t-on dans une école primaire en Inde? So in India, how many years one passes or spends in the primary school? So the answer is 5 ans. You can check over here. 5 ans how? First, second, third, fourth, fifth. 5 years. Clear? Très bien. Next question. À quel âge inscrit-on un enfant à l'école? At what age do we register or do the admission of a child in the school? So, à l'âge de 3 plus 1. So, it should be more than 3 years. Seventh, quel diplôme obtient-on à la fin des études secondaires en Inde? So, which diploma does one get at the end of the studies, secondary studies in India? So, that is secondary school certificate. This is the basically diploma that we get. Okay. Question number 8, quelle matière étudies-tu? That is, which subjects do you study? So, I've listed some of the subjects: math, science, français. You can add more subjects. Okay, it's the response is free to you. Okay, now we have been given with some verbal formed as well as some nominal forms. So verbal forms means the verbs in the verbal form, the way we use them in the verbal form. Let me tell you. For example, look over here, students. It has been given arriver. Arriver is the verb, right, everybody? So arriver is the verb. What is going to be the nominal form of arriver? It is going to be une arrivée, an arrival. Okay, an arrival. Then entre is given to us, for example, students. So what will be entre? Une entre, entry, isn't it? Then we have sortir, une sortie, then étudier, étude, the studies. Okay, s'intéresser, intérêt, that is interest, soulager, soulagement, right? Soulager, you know what the meaning is. Relieved, so relief, soulagement is relief. Partir, départ, departure. Then encourager, encouragement, encouragement, acheter, achat. Right? Okay. So we finished the chapter. If you want the solutions of the exercises, I'm going to discuss in the next session on the PPT. Okay. So I'll be discussing all these questions that are given on page 17 as well as 18. Okay, and let's move to page number 19, that is Je découvre. We have two things over here. L'Université de Paris-Sorbonne. Université de Paris-Sorbonne, first thing. And then CRU. CRU is there, which means Centre Régional des Œuvres Universitaires et Scolaires. So CRU is basically a scholarship program of the government of France for giving the students the scholarship. And this Paris University is the biggest university in Paris, right? So these are the points that you need to remember because they can be asked in your examination. All right, everybody, we have completed the chapter. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section and I'll meet you in the next one. This is Amira signing off. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.